Hi, I'm your host, Corey Emanuel. So at this 175th year mark, we celebrate distinction. And who better to paint the picture of Erskine's one-of-a-kind experience than some of its most notable alumni, as well as faculty, staff, and students who are here continuing to make Erskine College what it is today.
I've known Erskine my whole life. I grew up right here in Due West. My father taught here. I remember the 150th, the sesquicentennial celebrations in 1989, and at that time, I guess I knew it was a big deal. Erskine is the oldest church-related school in South Carolina. But I didn't realize until having come through Erskine and been out what the Erskine experience is, how the alumni are bound together, and that when you look back over 175 years, so many of which none of us ever saw. So many things look familiar. I look in the yearbooks of the 1930s or 40s, or I look at curriculum decisions or charter changes in the late 19th century, and you see it's still very much the same institution.
Well, I first came to know about Erskine College because my father moved from Hickory, North Carolina to Due West to teach French here. So I grew up around Erskine College. I came to teach at Erskine after finishing PhD at Chapel Hill, and a position came open in the history department. I wanted to come to Erskine because I would have a chance to get to know the students and have kept in touch with a lot of the students since graduation. We go to students' weddings, they drop by our house on Alumni Day. That's what I think teaching is. Erskine has changed a lot, and then in some ways it hadn't changed at all. There have been a lot of changes physically to Erskine. I remember Belk Hall being built. We've got the Science Building in Galloway, and the addition onto Memorial, the Bowie Arts Center. But I think that the emphasis on quality Christian liberal arts education has pretty much stayed the same.
But what would you say is the commonality between anyone that has graduated from Erskine College?
And I think one of the things that has remained the same throughout the years, at least through my experience, is the fact that when you're at Erskine, people know you, people care about you, that you're going to be challenged, you're not going to be given an opportunity to just fail and not receive the consequences of that failure, but also there's going to be that net there of caring people and loving people that catch you and build you up and give you an even stronger opportunity to succeed.
And when you hear me say Erskine is, what immediately comes to your mind?
My best answer to that, of course, the easiest answer is to say Erskine is family, but my best answer to that is that Erskine is a relationship, that Erskine is a commitment. I guess if you look back and you use biblical terms, it's a covenant. And people make a dedication to Erskine, and Erskine makes a dedication to its people, that you're going to work together, you're going to succeed, and when you come out, you're going to be a better person.
Erskine alum and CBS Atlanta News reporter Will Frampton recently sat down to have an intimate conversation with Dot Wise, class of '39, during convocation.
Erskine prepared me for life. It was at Erskine that we got our values and that established who we were. There's something on the campus, I can't describe what it is, but it's a feeling of belonging, it's a feeling of love, it's faith, and I think that still permeates the entire campus. It's that caring about each other. It's knowing each other. And I'm still in touch with some of my classmates.
75 years later. Dot Wise, everybody.
I recently sat down with Will Frampton to discuss his self-produced documentary on the history of Erskine College.
Well, it's a unique project. I think especially for Erskine, I don't think they've really had a film like this, as far as I know. It's going to wind up being probably an hour and a half, hour and 40-minute long feature film on the history of the college, this place that we love and that has made so many of us who we are. It's been around for 175 years. A lot of colleges, universities don't have that kind of history and stories to tell. And there are some fascinating stories with this college.
And that's great. I got a chance about a year ago to see a little snippet, so I'm excited about seeing the finished project.
So what did you find in your discovery about the church affiliation?
The ARP Church has a really interesting history. They started in Philadelphia in 1790. They came down here. These ARP members of this new denomination moved down here for opportunity, for land. The Associated Reformed Presbyterians wanted a Christian environment for their kids to learn in, so they needed a college here. They wanted their ministers to be educated. They took a lot of pride in that.
Students not only love Erskine, but they find love here.
I mean, the percentages are off the charts. It's 20, 30%. We're trying to find out, the numbers over the last 64 years. We're doing some research on that to try to find out how many alums have married another alum. It's a lot. It's a lot of people. What is it about meeting here? You are coming of age in this place that can tie you for the rest of your lives together. This college is special in so many ways for a young person 175 years ago. It's special for them today. There's something about it. It's always been a uniqueness and a closeness of community here that was the same back in 1839 at its core as it is now, and it will be moving forward.